Okay, I am so proud of myself, and I thought I'd document this. I'm showing you guys snippets of my journey in real time. I'm so proud of myself. I have, and I'm talking about my relationship with food is definitely shifting for the better, and I am being extremely mindful. And in the moment of me being mindful, I was tired at work. I was kind of like tired of working, and I allowed myself to like rest. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna make me some date Snickers, And then I said, wait, if you make those date Snickers, are you gonna just like do what your old habits were? And that is like eat the ingredients. If you, I don't know if you guys have ever um, looked up the recipe date Snickers. And it actually it's very healthy. But the point that I'm making is that I found myself, because I felt depleted and I felt tired, a way of rewarding myself was through food. And there is nothing wrong with that if you are not hungry. If you are hungry, there's nothing wrong with that if you're hungry. And there's nothing wrong with treating yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying, the habit that I had was not, I was trying to fulfill the feeling of not feeling good. And I see also in my relationship with God that I am learning to trust more. And part of what God has instructed me of where I am right now, I didn't necessarily trust. And so that brought me a sense of anxiety. And when it would bring me a sense of anxiety, what I found myself doing, not eating something that wasn't healthy, but I found myself just overly consuming in calories that when I didn't even need to, because I wasn't hungry. It was just the gratification, the taste of it made me feel good. And in the area of trust where God has me and the instructions that God has given me, I have found myself reverting back to those old habits of just like mindlessly snacking, because I'm very mindful of what I'm putting in my mouth. But they call it mindlessly snacking. And so I before work I work from home. Before work I went to the grocery store to get some groceries, and I had some cashews, and I love cashews. Cashews are, and they're healthy, right? And I found myself kind of in that zone again, in that zone of like kind of tapping out of that fear and coddling myself, or chewing out of a bit of chewing out of fear, eating out of anxiety. And I said, wait, this looks like an old habit that we used to have. No, you can grab some cashews as a snack if you want to, but we're not going to overly consuming them. And then what I used to do is that I would be like, okay, well, I'm going to go hard, on the gym. I'm going to download this app. And I said, no, all the workout stuff, what to do to get healthier, stronger, have more endurance, condition better. You know what to do, but that's not where you are. We're not badgering ourselves. We're not going hard. We're being consistent. We are challenging our body. We are being self-aware. We are giving ourselves grace, and we are going to get results at the same time. And there was a sense of empowerment that I had when I paused and I said, wait, no. So I had to calm my fears. And what I found myself doing, I just said, okay, well, let's just pray. Because what is the root of this? The root of this is that you don't trust. You don't you don't trust. So you're afraid. You're in fear right now. And that is how what you resorted to calm your nerves. So let's deal with that. Because that's a temporary fix. And then at the end, you're not satisfied with how your body looks. You're not satisfied with the decision you could have made better had you to pause. And also, so it's not about perfection, but being self-aware. It's growth. So yeah, I made my tea. So it's everybody's not cold turkey, right? When I took the health journey in the beginning, it was very, very intense, very, very, very focused, and I got results. Absolutely loved it. This go round, I am not in that space anymore. However, my alignment still is health and fitness, and overall growth and wholeness. I hope that helps somebody.